Hello, this is Shalimar with just a basic video for getting started on Zoom if you haven't ever used it before. So you can download the mobile app from the App Store or from Google Play if you want to download it onto your phone or tablet. And then if you want to download it onto a desktop or laptop, this is the Getting Started website through the ATC at LCC. And what you're going to do is you're going to go to this website first, lanecc.zoom.us. So you can just type that in. And that's just so that you're using your official LCC account, which means that they've already set it up and done all the fees and everything that's going on. So at that point, you can choose to log in through your browser if you need to, or configure your account, or what we're going to do here, which is download client. And then you're going to go to Zoom client for meetings, and you're going to say download. And then it downloads down in the corner here if you're using Google Chrome. If you're using Firefox or anything like that, you would just go to the downloads section. So then I would click on this and install it just like normal, which I've already done on my computer, so I'm not going to click on it again. But I will put it down here. And as part of the installation, I just let it go ahead and make a shortcut onto my desktop. So now whenever I want to use it, I can go right to the app here, and it gives me some options. And right now I'm logged in, but if I was not, so for example, I could sign out. And what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that you choose the sign in with Google option. And that's because that's going to let you sign in with your official LaneCC email and everything, and your Google account that is set up through them. And that's the one that's, already set up for us to be using correctly and everything without having to pay anything extra. So now that you're in here, you'll see that you have the ability to schedule a meeting if you want to start a new meeting, to join an existing meeting, and to share your screen with someone. You also have the ability to do chat with someone, to look at what meetings are scheduled for you, if any. And you'll see here that they've provided you with a personal meeting ID. This personal meeting ID basically creates a room that you're always going to have available, that you can send that ID to anybody and they could join you in that room and you could share things with them. So it's kind of like your home room for Zoom. You can look at your contact lists if you have people that you've already looked at, if there's a company directory. So here's the company contacts, and you're going to see that it's all people who are at Lane Community College, so you can search for basically anybody who's on here. And then you can go back to your home if you want to. So if you click on a new meeting, it's going to pull up this window. And if you have a camera set up, it will say to start the video. Or like for me, my computer doesn't come automatically with a camera, so I would just join with computer audio. Or I can use my phone with an app that's on it to act as a webcam if I want to, that's attached to this program. So if I were to join with just computer audio, for example, then I need to make sure that it's using the right microphone for me. So on my computer, the correct microphone is the USB audio codecs, and that's a plug-in USB microphone that I have. There's also the one that comes in my computer. And then I want to make sure that the speakers are just set to the regular speakers that I'm using, so the high definition ones that are part of it. And as long as I'm happy with those, or I can test them if I need to, if it seems like the other person's not hearing me or something like that. If the audio for some reason is coming through not clearly, you can switch to phone audio, and then you can call into the meeting on your phone in order to use the microphone on your phone if it's clearer. This is also where you have the option to share your video if you have the camera. So this is the camera in my phone if I have it set up. Or you would just be using one in your webcam if you're using a laptop or something like that, for example. You can also choose a virtual background. So if you don't want the background in the actual room, if it's messy or something like that, you can put a virtual background on so that it kind of green screens something in behind you. And at this point, you have the ability to invite people into your room. So if you click on this, it's going to tell you all the people who are available. So for example, Doug Ford pops up first on mine because I've already had a meeting with him. Otherwise, it goes alphabetically for all the people who are in the LCC list. And then there's Zoom rooms and Zoom systems, etc. But you can also go by email. So you can sort it by your contact list, by specific rooms, by room system if you have one, or by email addresses if you want to in order to filter it down. And then you would copy the URL or copy the invitation and send it out to that person if you want to, and multiple others. Once you're in the video or meeting, you have the ability to manage participants. So if you look, it will list all the people who are in your meeting with you. For now, I'm the only person who's in here. The host has the ability to mute anybody who's in the meeting with them if they want to. You have the ability to say yes or no quickly without having to type it in. You can look at the more options and you can give thumbs down, thumbs up. You can do an icon that says I need a break for a second, or I'm away for a moment, or you can give a clap if you want to, things like that. You can clear all the ones that you've already done. You can mute all or unmute all. And if you look at more, you can mute participants on entry, so you can make people come in mute and they have to turn themselves on when they're ready to talk. That can be nice if you know that a bunch of people are going to be joining at different times and you don't know if somebody's already going to be, doing meeting participation type stuff. And you can create an enter or exit chime so you know whenever anybody comes in. If you want to make it so that people can't join the meeting late, you always have the option to lock a meeting if you want to. Then the next thing that you can do is to share your screen. So you can share with one participant at a time, which is easiest if you want the view to be big on the screen. Or you can say multiple participants can share simultaneously. And then you can also look at advanced sharing options, and so that can tell you specifically who can share, who can start sharing when someone else is already sharing, how many participants can share at a time, etc. And this just allows you to share your entire computer screen. And it'll also pop up with some other options when you go to that screen. Then there's a chat section. So you have an area where you can type into chat. So for example, if someone's giving a presentation and you all want to make comments that are available but without disturbing the main presentation, you can do comments over here. And you can even control who sees them. So you can say everyone in the meeting, or you can type specifically to an individual person if you want to. You can click this button to record the entire Zoom activity, and if you do that, then it will create a record for which you can then be able to save it to your computer and post it as a video to other people if you want to as well, or just have it for your own file reference. And it creates it as an MP4, sorry. And stop recording. Okay. Finally, you can create breakout rooms, which allow people from the meeting to go off in smaller groups if they want to. And you can have a reaction section where you can clap or give a thumbs up if you want to somebody who's doing something in the meeting. These are the basics. It should get us all started as far as connecting together for our meetings. And I can give you more details then if you want. All right. Have a good day.